So now that our system is topped off nice and full, as indicated by the tank full light here, we can push exit, and this will bring you back to your home screen. The home screen has your current operation, which is the fastener you're going to be removing. It has your cut depth and your target time. Now this is all depth controlled. That depth is based off the engineer drawing for that fastener, and we set that parameter into the system. The time is a target of what it should take to get to that depth. You also have the recommended electrode here, which tells the technician exactly what electrode to install on the hand tool to cut that fastener out. Down here you've got your maintenance tab, which we spoke about earlier, and our part number tab. In the maintenance tab, if we hit that, we come back into our maintenance function, and down on the bottom left here, we have info, and this tells you some information up top about what's going on inside the system, but most importantly, it tells you the total cycles the machine has, the total cycles since the last sediment tank cleaning, and your total cycles since your last filter. The system keeps track of all the cuts and prompts you when certain maintenance evolution has to happen. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Pushing OK and pushing exit brings you back to the home screen. On the other side, you've got part number, and this is where you're going to select your fastener from. So you can hit the drop down arrow here. It brings up your list of fasteners. We'll have those named according to blueprints you guys are seeing. You'll select whatever fastener it is, push save, and that's going to upload the system to the gun. Moving down here, we've got our power inlet. Remember, we're going to use 208 to 240 volts. We've got our on-off switch here. We've got our hand tool cannon plug connector. We've got our pressure and vacuum fittings here. So this is pressure and vacuum. One is small, one is large. They're labeled black and blue, so we can't cross the lines on it. Down lower, we've got our filter canister and our sediment canister. Now, as the cut process takes place, the debris is vacuumed away from the cut site. It's dumped off into the sediment canister where the heavy particulates will fall to the bottom. It is then transferred over, and that water is ran through a 20 micron filter inside the filter element, and then up through a deionizing stack here, through the pumps and through the system back out to the cut site. Now, I mentioned a second ago, the system's keeping track of how many cuts you've made. The sediment tank needs to be emptied at 1,500 cuts, and the filter element needs to be changed at 5,500 cuts. You'll get a 500 cut countdown before those events need to take place. It'll show you on the screen, hey, I've got 476 cuts, I've got 475 cuts. It'll count down to 0, and it'll disable itself to make sure you don't cause any damage to the machine itself. So again, sediment canister is 1,500, filter canister is 5,500.